Samuel had been drowning in despair, a relentless tide of misfortune. His marriage had crumbled, leaving behind a wasteland of bitterness and regret. His mother lay on her deathbed, her whispered farewells echoing in his hollow heart. Amidst the chaos, his childhood friend Michael, now a seasoned tandem parachute guide, proposed a leap of faith, literally. A skydiving adventure meant to pull Samuel from the shadows of his spiraling thoughts. Michael's enthusiasm was infectious, his confidence in the dive unmistakable. As they ascended into the cerulean expanse, Samuel's heart pounded not from thrill, but from a pervasive numbness. He wondered, with a morbid curiosity, if falling might finally feel like flying. As they reached the optimal altitude, Michael and Samuel, strapped tightly together, soared above the landscape below. Michael conducted routine checks on their equipment, a necessary step that momentarily pulled Samuel away from the oppressive weight of his thoughts. Amidst the procedural tasks, the expansive sky offered a brief sanctuary, where Michael found an unexpected sense of bliss. Floating there, high above the earth, he experienced a profound peace, a stark contrast to the chaos of his life on the ground. The crisp, cold air brushed against their faces as they prepared for the jump. With a nod from Michael, they leapt, the sky swallowing them in its vast embrace. The initial rush of freefall was exhilarating, a moment of pure freedom that made the world below seem inconsequential. Michael, reveling in the familiar thrill, felt a surge of adrenaline as the ground rushed up to meet them. However, the routine anticipation of deploying the main parachute soon turned into a tense moment. Michael reached for the release, expecting the usual swift unfurling of nylon that would slow their descent. But something wasn't right. The release handle resisted, then stuck, refusing to initiate the deployment. His heart skipped a beat. Trying again, Michael felt the handle give way slightly, but the expected whoosh of the parachute opening didn't come. Confusion and concern started to mix with the adrenaline, muddling his sense of the surreal peace he had just felt moments before. The thrill of the dive was now overshadowed by the growing realization that they were in a potentially perilous situation. As Samuel and Michael plummeted through the sky, the biting rush of the wind briefly swept away the weight of Samuel's life's struggles. Raised in a devout Protestant family, Samuel had grown up immersed in faith, surrounded by traditions and strict beliefs that once shaped his entire world. This foundation now felt more like a burden, especially as the memories of his friends, who lived freely without such strictures, floated through his mind. These friends seemed to prosper despite their differing or absent faiths, a stark contrast to Samuel's own life, where loyalty to his beliefs hadn't spared him from suffering. His mother's terminal cancer and his wife's recent departure, leaving him amid whispered accusations of his stifling righteousness, only deepened his sense of injustice. As a young man, Samuel had embraced his faith's moral ideals: kindness, forgiveness, discipline. Yet, as he matured, he realized the larger, more complex doctrine's divine will. Salvation required a leap of faith he no longer felt compelled to take. By his late teens, disillusionment had set in, leading him to question the purpose of life itself. Now, as the earth rushed up to meet him, Samuel's life's possessions and memories swirled around him. His dog, his estranged wife, the faces of friends and family all appeared to him in a surreal procession, rising from the earth, passing him in slow motion. Each brought a pang of regret and a profound sense of loss. Time seemed to distort, stretching seconds into hours. Yet, amid this cascade of despair, Samuel noticed Michael's relentless efforts. His friend's hands moved with a practiced urgency, his brow furrowed in concentration, even as the ground rushed towards them. This display of resolve amid hopelessness stirred something within Samuel, a flicker of will, an ember of purpose. In these terrifying moments, every trivial aspect of his life gained immense significance. His mother's gentle smile, the echo of laughter in his now empty home, these memories punctuated his freefall with both beauty and agony. In the face of imminent death, Samuel found a desperate desire to cling to life, to every mundane, beautiful part of it, even as he plummeted toward what seemed like the end. Spurred by the sight of his friend's determination, Samuel shook off his paralysis. His hands, though trembling, assisted Michael, pulling at cords and straps with renewed vigor. Their combined efforts bore fruit as the secondary parachute unfurled, jerking them upwards just moments before what seemed an inevitable end. The world slowed, and as they dangled, precariously aloft, Samuel felt an alien sensation, a will to survive. The main parachute finally deployed, albeit too late to prevent a harsh landing. They hit the ground with a brutal force, pain flaring through their bodies as bones fractured under the impact. Lying on the earth, broken yet breathing, Samuel gazed at the sky they had just conquered. The adrenaline subsided, but a profound realization lingered. In those final seconds, life had mattered immensely. The kitchen spoon he preferred, his dog's eager greeting, even the arguments that had torn his marriage apart each held weight. His story didn't end with despair. Instead, it was punctuated by an unexpected epiphany amidst chaos. The questions of why things happened or what meaning lay behind them dimmed. What remained was the undeniable fact of their survival, the certainty of now. As they recovered, their bodies mending, Samuel pondered the absurdity of their escape. He and Michael, bound by more than just cords on that fateful jump, shared a renewed appreciation for life's fragile threads. Samuel no longer sought reasons in the chaos, but found solace in the simple, undeniable presence of existence. The leap had not just been through the air, but from despair to a grasp at hope, a testament to life's absurd, beautiful resilience. In the weeks and months that followed, Samuel embraced this newfound perspective to reshape his life. Along with focusing on his mother's comfort in her final days, he began the difficult work of moving beyond his failed marriage. He spent time reflecting on the past, understanding his role in their shared difficulties, and gradually accepting the end as not just a loss, but also as a step toward personal growth and future happiness. This acceptance allowed him to let go of lingering resentments and opened him up to the possibility of new relationships built on a stronger, healthier foundation. He turned his attention to his mother, who lay on her deathbed enduring significant pain. Determined to fill her final days with joy, Samuel devoted himself to creating moments of happiness and comfort for her. He organized small gatherings with close family, shared stories and memories that brought smiles and laughter, and ensured that her favorite music filled her room. By transforming her environment with love and attentive care, Samuel helped ease her pain and brought a gentle, peaceful atmosphere for her last days. This shift not only gave his mother the best he could offer, but also mended parts of himself, as he realized that every moment was precious and every act of kindness a stitch in the fabric of his own healing.